What is going on, everybody? Today we're going to be talking about cells. So before we get into cells, we need to know what cell theory means. There's three components to cell theory, and it states that cells are the basic unit of life, for one. Two, all living things are composed of cells. And number three, cells come from other cells, which means if you want to get a new cell, it has to come from a previous cell via mitosis or meiosis if you're the sex cells. History of life, it is believed that prokaryotic cells were the first ones around. Prokaryotic cells lack membrane-bound organelles, things like nucleus. I believe they do have ribosomes, but they don't have mitochondria, that kind of stuff. So up at the top, you're going to see a prokaryotic cell, and here at the bottom we have specifically an animal cell, but that's going to be your eukaryotic cells, and these are what came next. These are your animal and plant cells. There's other ones, specific ones, but we'll get into that later. Remember, if you have a nucleus, you are eukaryotic. That title is very funny. If you guys don't get this, uncultured, to say the least, uncultured. Organelles are organs of the cells. So whenever you think of organelle, think organ of a cell. We have organs. They serve specific things. Your organelles are basically the same thing, but for cells, and they're not living. That's the only difference, Some are specific to prokaryotes, some animals, some plants, and we'll get to that later. You'll see we're going to go through each organelle. So the first and the outermost organelle is the cell membrane. You can think about this like the skin. It's not really skin. It acts like skin, but at the same time, it's really going to just control what comes in and out of the cell. Again, it's the outermost layer. You're going to see this in all cells. Every single cell has a cell membrane. If you don't have it, you're not a cell. Just think of like the skin. We have skin on our body. That's the cell membrane, technically, of our body. That's the best analogy I can kind of do. And it's going to be made of a phospholipid bilayer. I believe I will have a video up on the phospholipid bilayer or the fluid mosaic model, whatever the hell you want to call it, sometime in the future. You have cytoplasm. This is a jelly-like fluid. This is in all cells, just like the cell membrane. It's kind of like a skeleton, but not really. It's just a jelly-like fluid. It helps keep everything in place. That's all I need to know about that. Ribosomes. These things are in all cells. These things are going to create proteins via protein synthesis using, is it tRNA? Yeah, tRNA. It's going to use tRNA to make some proteins. That is a very weird way to put it. But yeah, it's a little rough dot shape. So if you look on a little thing, let's try to find a ribosome here. I'm looking for it. It's basically just these little dots. These could be lysosomes, but little dots, ribosome. DNA. Wow, that slide is beautiful. Anyways, you're going to see these in all cells. To be a cell, the checklist of life says that if you are a cell, you have DNA. I don't even want to try to say that because I'm going to look real dumb, but just know that DNA is your genetic info. I'm sure you know that by now. There are more complex, usually in your biology classes, you're going to dive deep into genetics and DNA and RNA and all that kind of stuff. Mutations, mitosis, meiosis, all that crap, usually in one big unit under DNA. The nucleus, whoa, that image, that's very pixelated, so I apologize. The nucleus, nucleus/nuclei. I meant to put nucleus/nucleolus with an O. You're going to see these only in eukaryotic cells. It stores the DNA and it acts kind of like a control center and tells the cell what to do. Cell wall, you're going to see these in eukaryotes, specifically plants. You're never going to see this in animals. It's just a protective layer. One of the main reasons you see this is there's a type of osmosis called hypotonic. If you don't know about osmosis, check that out. It's helpful to know. But they want to keep a hypotonic state. Hypo meaning, how do I put this? They just have a lot of water inside the cell. I don't want to complicate things because some of you guys might not know what osmosis is, but they want a lot of water in the cells and they want to keep a hypotonic state. Just know they want a lot of water in the cell, hypotonic. They want to swell up. And that cell wall is really going to help keep the thing from exploding. Think about it. I was going to make a crappy analogy, but I think you get the point. The cytoskeleton. You're going to see these in animal cells, and it's kind of like the cytoplasm, but it's more of a skeleton, you know? As you can see, you have all these filaments, microfilaments, microtubules, all that crap. It's just a skeleton for the cell. The ER, also known as the endoplasmic reticulum, I think that's how you say it, you're going to see these in eukaryotic cells, and it's going to help produce important molecules for the cell. It's connected to the nucleus. That's very important to know, as you can see in this diagram. It starts, I believe, rough, and then it goes smooth, and then it goes to the Golgi apparatus. We'll get to that in a minute. Rough has ribosomes on it. That's how you know the difference between smooth and rough. Rough, ribosomes; smooth, no ribosomes. The Golgi body. You're going to see these in eukaryotic cells. It kind of plays off of the ER, and this is going to modify, package, and ship molecules outside of the cell. Again, you're going to see this closer to the outside of the cell. Lysosomes. These are going to break down material into waste. You find these in animal cells, but you can rarely find them in plant cells as well. Vacuoles. These are more for plant cells, but you will see them in animal cells. And in animal cells, they're going to be way smaller. This is going to store wastewater, important things. And in plants, you know that one of the number one things that plants need is water, and vacuoles help a lot with that. And that's basically why vacuoles exist in cells, is to just hold molecules in it, or material, I should say. Mitochondria. Everyone's heard of the mitochondria. It's the powerhouse of the cell. You're going to find this in eukaryotic cells specifically. This is what is going to produce cellular respiration. If you know what that is, there's photosynthesis and cellular respiration. They're interdependent of each other. I highly suggest you check out some content on that. It's very important to know that. But your cellular respiration is going to turn material into energy. It's like, this is really dumb, but like, imagine you're about to go to the gym. You down, like, I don't know, what do you bodybuilders put in your body? That like super energy stuff, you know, you put it in your body and you're jacked and you got all that energy, you know. That's basically mitochondria. You know, they're the awesome bodybuilder. I actually one time built a really cool project on like you had to make like a dating profile for an organelle. Very awesome. Made a mitochondria, bodybuilding mitochondria. It was awesome. Anyways, that's completely off topic and random, but I thought I'd share. Anyways, guys, that's going to be the end of this video. If you guys didn't learn anything or enjoy this video, I don't know why you would be watching this for your enjoyment, but if you are, congratulations, you are officially the weirdest human on planet Earth. I'm just kidding. Stay curious and stay awesome. Adios, everyone.